Yo guys, what's up? It's OGXRAYZ and welcome back to another video. So we just got in the mail yesterday, later in the day, and I didn't have time to make a video on this, but we got our official GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now this is something that is, at first, the way I was able to buy it is because it was available to Nintendo Switch Online members. And so I didn't have the expansion version yet. I recently got it because I actually think the game, being able to play GameCube games and stuff, is gonna be pretty awesome on the Switch too. But I got it, so it comes in this packaging. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is the box, kind of what it comes in. I already took out the controller because I was trying it out yesterday. There was a little bit of drama when this controller, as you guys can see, this is what it looks like. So it looks just like a regular controller. It's very light, like a regular GameCube controller. It's still got the start button on the top. On the top, you actually have the other Switch 2 exclusive buttons, like you have game chat, but we've got the chat button, the home button, we've got the capture button, we've got a sync button by the USB-C port, and then over on this side we've got the other ZL button as well. So it does have pretty much every button that you would need if you were going to be playing non-GameCube virtual console games. So it's got start, it's got a C button, it's got the, you know, obviously all the regular GameCube controller buttons, and then on the top, like I said, it's got all the buttons you would need if you were trying to use this on non-virtual console games, like non-GameCube games. So really cool. I'm really happy with the way that they made it. I kind of wish this button was a little bit bigger, but I think that they wanted to keep it small just so it could match the aesthetic of a conventional GameCube controller. But in the actual advertising, it said that this was only usable on the virtual console, but I think that they legally put that there so that they won't get in trouble if people are trying to use this on a game that specifically can't run it because, you know, it uses a specific controller. And so I think it was just a legal thing they did, because I was using this yesterday on multiple games that are just Switch 2 exclusive games, and they work. They work on a myriad of games. And so I think, like I said, they only put that because legally they need to make sure that if it doesn't work on Ring Fit, they're not going to be sued for it. So they need to put that and just be like, hey, this was made for the virtual console, and we just happen to be able to use it on other games, and it's kind of a nice little bonus. So with that said, I'm going to show you guys that it is in fact working on multiple games that I have here on my Switch 2, and I'll give you guys kind of my ideas and my thoughts. So let's do it. All right, boys. So here we are, Mario Kart World. As you guys can see, this is probably one of the first ones that I wanted to do because it's the game that I've been mostly playing. I wanted to show you guys that we are in fact using the GameCube controller. You guys can see I do have my GameCube right now as the only controller that I'm using right now. So I just wanted to make sure you guys aren't like, I was going to use my camera, but for some reason it's not syncing with my OBS. So I just wanted to prove to you guys that I'm still using it. So as you guys can see, here it is, Mario Kart World. It's working in menus. I've been kind of right now just messing around with Grand Prix and trying to get the triple stars on each one of the different speeds. But we'll jump into free roam so you guys can see, but it is working. All the buttons are working as normal. So all the buttons are working and confirmed here on free roam and Mario Kart World. So if you've been hoping to try this out, or if you were hoping that it would work on Mario Kart World, then yes, it is in fact working. I was playing yesterday with this and I was like, bro, this is so dope. Specifically, it feels like I'm playing Double Dash all over again, even though I'm not. All right, boys. So that is Mario Kart World working perfectly. So with that said, let's go ahead and try out another game. I'm trying to show you guys games that are kind of GameCube-esque. So we did Mario Kart Double Dash, which is Mario Kart World. And here we've got Mario Bowser's Fury, or Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which kind of gives me the vibes of a Super Mario Sunshine. So I already beat the game. I really enjoyed this, actually. As you guys can see, working pretty good. And it still has gyroscope, so if you were hoping for that. And then it works. Gyro does in fact work. We have a plus, we have a minus button. Here we go. And we get our fake star. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing now Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So that's working. You guys can see we can use our different buttons right there. This one would be a little more annoying because if you're trying to use that Z1 button to target stuff, then, you know, it'd be a little more annoying. It works, but it might be annoying when you're trying to play certain games where you have to have DL. So it might be a little more annoying. But confirmed working, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. All right, boys, here we are, Smash Brothers Ultimate. This is actually going to be my first time playing on Switch 2, and it looks like it's registering it as an actual GameCube controller. All right, we're gonna play Marth, but GameCube controller confirmed working on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Sir. C-stick still works like normal. All right. Smash Brothers confirmed working. All right, boys. We're playing Super Mario Wonder. This one might be a little more annoying because Y is up top. So if I wanted to run, I gotta hold Y, but then B is to jump. So it's a little more annoying if you want to speed run. And that's just, you know, the nature of the beast because of obviously the placement of the Mario controller for the GameCube. So it might be a little more annoying to try to play Super Mario Wonder with a GameCube controller because of the placement of the run button. Some of these games are runnable, like they will use the controller. I'm using my GameCube controller now here in Pokemon Violet, but there is, since there is no, like I can open up all the menus and stuff like that, but because there is no clicking of the left stick, which is something you can do on the Pro Controller and on the Joy-Cons, I can't actually accelerate because there is no clicking in of the C stick or the regular control stick. So if you were going to be playing this, then you would have to have no speed running around with this guy. So that's just kind of something you would have to be okay with. Other than that, it actually works out pretty good, in my opinion. The only annoying thing is games that do require clicking in the stick is going to be a little, you know, it doesn't have it because the GameCube controller didn't have it. Like right here, I can't even recenter the camera because I can't right click this, the C stick. There we go. Yay. Yay. All right, so there is Pokemon Violet. It works, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely works, but you're probably not going to be able to fully control the game. But there it is. Let's go to the next game. Alrighty. We are here in Tears of the Kingdom. And we can use the GameCube controller. Like I said, there's going to be certain things you're not going to be able to do because you can't click in the left or the right stick. But if you were hoping to play this game with the GameCube controller and you can make do without that, then you're kind of good to go, really. So that's kind of what's going on, boys. With that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and notifications on so you don't miss a single upload. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so by checking out My sponsors, Control Freak and Aim Controller. I use them every single time I play. Code OGXRAYZ gets you a discount. Link in the description below to that. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Follow me on Twitter at OGXRAYZ if you guys would want to talk and interact, see what I'm up to. But anyways, you guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.